If you could buy a set of wheels that's cheap to run, easy to park, and actually fun to ride, would you switch? Today we're digging into the exact scooter that fits your life. Whether you want cheap city runs, weekend highway trips, an electric commuter, or a delivery workhorse, I'll walk you through the best categories and give you real models, prices, and the kind of rider they're perfect for. Stick around. By the end you'll know which scooter to test ride next. Welcome back to MotoFin. Quick plan for this video. First we'll break down scooter types: urban commuters, mid-size and maxi scooters, full electric options, retro style, cargo and delivery rigs, and stability or three-wheel choices. For each category I'll show two real models you can buy in the US, list the key specs you should care about, and give a short practical example of how someone would use it. Then we'll wrap with pros and cons per category and a little checklist so you can pick the right scooter for your life. If you like practical scooter advice, hit subscribe now and ring the bell. I post gear, reviews, and buying guides every week. Urban commuter scooters are built to be nimble, cheap to run, and easy to park. Think grocery runs, short commutes, quick errands, and weaving through morning traffic. Important things to check: seat height and ergonomics, under-seat storage, fuel economy, and low curb weight so you can maneuver and park easily. First up, the Honda PCX 160. This is the practical default for many city riders. It's modern, efficient, and comfortable enough for slightly longer commutes. Honda lists the PCX with a 157cc liquid-cooled single and a seat height around 30.1 inches. Curb weight is roughly in the high 200s pounds, and the MSRP is around $4,249. It also has a useful under-seat storage area for a helmet, and a tidy chassis for filtering through traffic. Good for daily commuters who want reliability, decent power for short highway stretches, and low running costs. If your city life is stop and go and you want something tiny and nimble, look at the Honda Metropolitan or the Ruckus for a more rugged minimal look. The Metropolitan is purpose-built for tiny commutes, very light, low seat height, and tiny fuel tanks that still manage excellent MPG. Honda's small scooters like the Metropolitan have curb weights under 200 pounds and very low MSRPs. Great for short hops, college campuses, or as an affordable second vehicle. Good for rookie riders, students, or anyone who needs a cheap, no-fuss urban runner. Mid-size and maxi scooters bridge the gap between tiny city scooters and motorcycles. They're heavier, more stable at highway speeds, and often have more storage and creature comforts. Think taller windshields, bigger engines, and room for two people comfortably. Yamaha's XMAX 300 is a great example. It's designed to handle faster roads while staying scooter simple. Yamaha lists it with a 292cc engine, a wet weight in the 400 pounds range, a tall seat, and a fuel capacity suitable for longer rides. MSRP for the XMAX sits around $6,299 in the US. If you want to commute on mixed roads, local highways and city streets, the XMAX 300 gives usable power, good wind protection, and big storage. Good for commuters with longer rides, two-up riding, and people who want to use a scooter for regular highway runs. If you want more luxury and storage, the Bergman 400 is a classic maxi scooter. Suzuki positions the Bergman as a premium option. The 400cc engine gives more relaxed cruise speeds and comfortable ergonomics. In the US, the Bergman 400's MSRP is in the higher range for scooters. Expect something in the high $7,000 to $8,000 area, depending on options and dealer pricing. It's built for longish commutes and two-up comfort. Good for term-minded riders, two-up riders who want lots of storage, and commuters who regularly use fast roads. Electric scooters are now a real, practical choice in the US. The trade-offs are simple: lower maintenance and operating costs, quieter rides, and instant torque, but you'll manage range and charging. For many city riders, electrics have a lower total cost of ownership over a few years, but charging infrastructure and home charging options will determine whether electric works for you. NIU is one of the biggest global electric scooter brands. The Enchi GT, or GTS in some trims, is a higher range model. Retail listings show the Enchi GT Pro priced around $5,599 in the US market, with claimed ranges that can go into the multiple dozen miles, up to around 80 to 90 miles, depending on battery options and riding style. The top speed is typically in the 40 to 50 miles per hour neighborhood for the GT class, making it a perfectly sensible urban commuter with good range for day trips. Good for urban riders with a place to charge at home or work who want minimal running costs and quiet rides. Super Soco CPX is a larger electric scooter that's often marketed like a maxi-sized electric. Retail prices vary by dealer, but you'll commonly see the CPX in the $4,000 to $6,500 range depending on battery options. The CPX claims long ranges. Some spec pages list 80 to 110 miles depending on how you ride and which battery pack you use, and has a top speed that's suitable for urban and some suburban roads. Good for riders who want electric performance with practical range and are comfortable charging at home or swapping batteries where available. Real-world electric caveat. One more real point: electric range varies a lot by speed, rider weight, temperature, and the hilliness of your route. If you're commuting 20-plus miles with frequent high-speed stretches, plan conservatively and look for fast charging options or a removable/swappable battery. Retro scooters are about style and character as much as transport. They're the ones you park outside the cafe, and they start conversations. They can be modern mechanically, but the styling is classic: curved bodywork, round lights, and a focus on personality. Vespa's Primavera 150 is the archetype of Italian scooter style. Vespa sells the Primavera in the US with a 150cc I-Get engine, a focused 150cc power plant that's tuned for smooth city riding and respectable highway bursts. Vespa's Primavera MSRPs are typically in the mid-$5,000 range for the base 150 models. Check local retailers for dealer pricing. The build, brand cachet, and fit/finish are what you pay for here. Good for style-first riders who want a scooter that looks iconic and holds resale well. If you want retro style with more performance, the Vespa GTS 310 mixes the classic Vespa silhouette with a stronger engine. Vespa lists the GTS 310 models in the roughly $7,800 to $8,600 range depending on trim. The GTS gives more top end and better stability on faster roads while keeping that unmistakable look. Good for riders who want a stylish commuter that can stretch its legs on the highway and still turn heads. If you're buying a scooter for delivery or business use, the priorities shift. Payload capacity, easy mounting for cargo boxes, reliability, and low running costs are king. Fleet buyers also care about warranty, dealer support, and how quickly a scooter can be turned around in service. Genuine's Buddy 170i is a popular choice for urban jobs and everyday commuting because it's affordable and practical. Genuine lists the Buddy 170i at around $3,499 MSRP in the US. It has a fuel-injected 170cc class engine, decent underseat storage, and enough payload capability for small delivery loads. The low price point and simple maintenance make it attractive for small business owners. Good for low-cost delivery routes, food delivery, and city couriers who need reliable, inexpensive wheels. KYMCO's Like 150i is another practical option. KYMCO lists it in the low $3,000 MSRP band in the US and positions it as a city performer with enough power for urban deliveries and daily commutes. The Like 150i is light, easy to handle, and offers the mounting points and fuel economy fleet riders want. Good for couriers and side hustle riders who want low running costs and an easy-to-service scooter. If you're buying for business, run the numbers: purchase price, expected fuel costs or electricity, insurance, and downtime for repairs. Many small deliveries break even quickly thanks to low fuel costs. Three-wheel scooters and leaning three-wheelers add stability. They suit newer riders, those riding in variable weather, or riders who prefer extra confidence at low speeds. Piaggio's MP3 is the original leaning three-wheeled scooter. It's available in multiple displacements. Piaggio sells MP3 models with engines up to 530cc. The MP3 gives great stability in wet conditions and at low speeds thanks to two front wheels and a locking mechanism that lets you stop with your feet up. Pricing for MP3 models varies by engine size, but expect the MP3 300/530 neighborhood to be competitive with other maxi scooters. Good for riders who want a confidence-inspiring platform for urban use and occasional highway runs, or anyone who values extra front-end grip. The Can-Am Ryker is a three-wheel trike from BRP. It's heavier and more of a three-wheel motorcycle, but many users love it as a low-effort ride with stability and automatic transmission. Can-Am lists base Ryker pricing starting in the $9,599 range for entry models in the US, a different price bracket than small scooters, but it's a great option for riders who want three-wheel stability and higher performance. Good for riders who want a stable platform with a bit more power and don't mind the higher price. Pros and cons by category. Here's a quick summary so you can compare at a glance. Urban commuter scooters. Pros: very cheap to run, easy parking, low learning curve. Cons: limited top speed, smaller storage on tiny models. Maxi scooters. Pros: comfortable long rides, better wind protection, bigger engines for highway. Cons: more expensive, heavier to move and park. For example, Yamaha XMAX is 292cc and has an MSRP $6,299. Electric scooters. Pros: low maintenance, cheap to operate, quiet. Cons: range anxiety, charging access, higher upfront cost in some trims. NIU Enchi GT Pro is listed around $5,599. Retro scooters. Pros: style, brand value, great for city cruising. Cons: premium price for the name. Vespa Primavera and GTS sit in the $5,000 to $8,000 range. Cargo delivery scooter. Pros: optimized for daily business use, affordable to operate, genuine Buddy 170i MSRP $3,499. Cons: payload limits and some models need extra rack work. Three-wheel scooter. Pros: confidence and stability, especially in wet conditions. Cons: typically pricier and heavier. Piaggio MP3 and Can-Am Ryker start in higher price brackets. Okay, here's the practical checklist you can use while shopping or test riding. Slowly and clearly, reading checklist items, pausing slightly after each for pacing. 1. Commute distance, under 10 miles. Consider urban commuter or electric, 10 to 40 miles. Mid-size or higher range electric. Regular highway. Choose a maxi scooter or large displacement. 2. Parking and storage. Do you have secure parking and a place to charge? If not, pick a gas scooter with robust anti-theft options. 3. Rider height and weight. Try the seat and see if you can flat foot at stops. If you're tall, try the XMAX or Birdman style seats. XMAX seat height and larger wheelbase make longer rides more comfortable. 4. Two-up riding. Plan for passenger footrests and comfort. Maxi scooters win here. 5. Budget. Include purchase price, insurance, tax, and running costs. A $3,500 scooter can be cheaper in total cost than a $6,000 one once you factor in fuel and insurance. But resale and brand value matter. Genuine Buddy example at $3,499 MSRP. 6. Local roads and climate. If you ride in rain/snow, consider a three-wheel option or at least ABS and good tires. 7. Business use. For deliveries, prioritize payload and mounting points. Low OTD cost and quick serviceability beat showroom gloss. When you test ride, simulate a typical route. Don't just ride the dealer loop. Try a stoplight pull, a stretch of 35 to 45 miles per hour, and a parking maneuver. That tells you more than spec sheets. Scooters are a broad family. Tiny city scooters are cheap and nimble. Maxi scooters let you conquer highways. Electrics cut running costs but need charging planning. Retro scooters buy you style. Cargo models work hard for business. Three-wheelers buy you confidence. Match the scooter to your commute, budget, and what makes you smile. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, what's your daily commute like? And which category do you think fits you? I'll read the top comments and pick one to feature in the next video where I test ride a reader-requested scooter. If you want the downloadable checklist I mentioned, say checklist in the comments, and I'll pin it in the description. Next video I'm dedicating to electric scooters. I'll compare two popular electric models head-to-head and show real range tests in city and highway conditions. If you want that, make sure you subscribe.